Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are new here, my name's Amy. I'm a full-time reseller, primarily on the Poshmark app. And today I'll be doing a ship with me video. I like to do these videos because it seems like it helps people learn some different types of items that they can pick up to resell online or locally. So let's get started with the first item. It is this vintage Trifari magnifying glass necklace, and as you can see, this has some rhinestones on it, and the chain is marked with the little T. Can you see that? There we go. Trifari logo. And I picked this up because I just thought it was kind of a unique piece. I hadn't seen a little magnifying glass before, and it was marked just $3 at an estate sale. One of our local estate sale company prices jewelry pretty cheaply. I listed this for $59 and it was a full price sale. I had it listed for maybe 2 months or so, which really isn't too bad. Oftentimes this vintage jewelry can take a little bit of time to find the right buyer to pay up for this. So when I saw this full price sale, I was just thrilled. So like I said, I had paid $3 for this at an estate sale. So that made my net profit $44.20. That makes me happy. I'm just using one of these white craft jewelry boxes, and I picked these up at the dollar store. They come in sets of 3. There's 3 different sizes, and I like getting them there because I like having the varied sizes, and they're only slightly more expensive than ordering them in bulk. So I am going to finish packaging that up off camera. And the next things are a bundle. And the first item is this vintage gold tone brooch with rhinestones, and it is marked BSK on the back. And a pair of vintage faux pearl gold tone leaf earrings, and these are marked Trifari on the back. Now you'll see that there's a vast difference in price for these couple of items versus that first item. So sometimes vintage costume jewelry can sell for really great prices, and sometimes it doesn't. And I just kind of determine how I'm going to price items based on their style. I do some research to make sure, because certain brand names obviously are more desirable than others, and certain Trifari pieces are more desirable than others. So I started out by listing the brooch. I had listed for $22. And the earrings I had listed for $12. A buyer offered me $19 for both items, which wasn't quite as much as I was hoping to get. So I counter offered her $25, and she went ahead and accepted that. I had paid just $1 a piece for these at an estate sale, so that made my net profit $18. So I would just recommend, if you are looking to learn more about vintage costume jewelry and you see it in an estate sale for affordable prices like $1 and under, just pick up a few pieces and start doing a little research here and there. And as you're looking for the item that you have, you will see other items and what they sell for, and you can just kind of expand your expertise and knowledge as time goes on. That's what I did. Each time I get an item, I look it up. Oftentimes I'll use Google Lens, which you can get the Google app on your phone, and then you just basically take a picture through that and it searches the internet for similar images, and that can help you find listings of the same type of item and kind of help determine what your value is. Okay, I've some more items to ship out, but I'd also like to pause and ask if you guys are enjoying my videos, if you would hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. All those things really help me out. They help encourage me, number one, to keep going. Number two, they help boost my videos in the YouTube algorithm. So that means that YouTube suggests my videos to more people and helps them get more views. So I would so much appreciate it if you would do that. Okay, the next item is a little shift. This is a vintage Dickies coverall set. And I picked this up because it had this big Pennzoil patch on the back. And I was at an estate sale and I had waited in line for over an hour, and I got in there and there really wasn't that much. So sometimes when, you know, I've put in time and there's not much there, I will pick up kind of a, you know, a unique item to try out that I may not have picked up before, as long as it's affordable. So this was only $1. So I thought I'd give something like this a try. And let's see, I listed this for $45. It was a men's size small, and a buyer offered me $35. Like I said, I'd only paid $1 for that, so I decided to go ahead and accept it. I figured that someone may be getting a jump on Halloween and maybe ordering this for that or for a photo shoot or something. I like to pick up, you know, kind of unique items for that purpose. So like I said, I paid $1 for it. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $27. I'm not going to complain about that. And, you know, like I said, I like to kind of experiment with things. If I've already put time into waiting in line for an estate sale, I want to try and find something that can, you know, I can make a little money to offset my time. So the next item is this vintage Coach leather bag. And this is, I would guess, from the 80s or 90s. I'm not sure, I'm not going to be able to get in there, but it has the Coach Creed inside. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is very worn. It has watermarks, it has scratches. It's even missing this little turn lock that closes it. But I saw it at the Goodwill and it was only $6.99. And I've had decent luck in the past selling vintage worn out Coach bags. So I thought I'd give this a try. It didn't have a long strap. And this one, this guitar strap had come on a different bag that I already sold. So I just decided to put it on there to give it a little flair. And this bag did get a lot of attention. It got a lot of likes, but I'm thinking maybe I just had a price too high to begin with because I've had it listed for quite some time. And I had it listed for $69. A buyer offered me $55. And I thought that was great. I was excited to get that. Like I said, I had paid $7 for it, so that made my net profit $37. So oftentimes people will pass up, you know, these vintage bags if they are distressed and worn like that. And I don't let that, you know, stop me as long as it's a reasonable price. And I do particularly well with the vintage Coach bags that are distressed like that. Not all brands will work out and get you a good price, but I am happy with that. So okay, and another handbag is this Fossil. This is called the Keeper, and it comes with this big key charm, and it's kind of like a coated canvas with canvas straps. And I try not to pick up Fossil very often because it always takes a long time to sell for me, even though it does have a pretty high retail value typically. but sometimes I just can't resist. And you know, if it's the right price, like this was $3. So I thought, oh, I think it's cute. It'll be fun for summer. I'll just pick it up. And it took quite some time to sell. I don't know how long exactly, probably a couple of months. I listed it for $29, and yesterday actually I sent out 20% off offers to likers on my entire closet with discounted shipping. So I sent this buyer an offer for $23 with $5.95 shipping. Like I said, I had paid $3 for this, so that made my net profit $13.68. Really not the greatest profit, and as I've said before, I like to try and keep my profit per item above $20, but it doesn't always work out like that, and I try to just be happy with any profit as long as, you know, I can sell the items. So I am glad to move this out, make a little bit of money, and then I can reinvest in more inventory. Okay, so a lot of times I will mention that I send out 20% off offers to likers on my whole closet. And I use my Poshmark VA to do that. And it is a Chrome extension, and it offers all sorts of different functions and automated things that you can do with your Poshmark closet to save you time and make you more money. So with this one, you just go in and you pick, you know, I want to send out 20% off offers with $5.95 shipping on every item that has a liker in my closet. And then you hit start and it'll just automatically do that. So I have over 700 items in my closet. And so not having to do that individually and being able to do it once a week or however often I want is really helpful. So I will link their website down below, and I'm pretty sure I can get you a discount code, and I will do that. So if you want to try that out, they'll also share your closet. They'll also do follows for you, relist and delist. There's all sorts of tools that you can use there, and it's pretty affordable, and I'm telling you, it is worth it. You know, mine, when I started using it, it really paid for itself in the first day. So okay, I will be back in a couple of days to show you what else I sell this week, so I will see you then. Hello, I'm back to ship out my sales from the last about 24 hours, and I had a couple pretty good high profit sales. So not a lot, but I'm happy with my profit overall. So the first item that sold is a belt, surprise, surprise, but this one's pretty interesting. I don't know. Yeah, you can see that pretty well. I've never come across this before. This is made from salmon skin. And I didn't even know that until I picked them up. There was 3 of them at an estate sale, and they were $1 a piece, and I just thought they were really interesting. So I grabbed them all, and then I got back, and one was marked genuine salmon skin, made in Canada. Have you guys ever come across a salmon skin belt or purse or anything like that? Comment down below if you've come across it before. So I did a little bit of research and I listed them high. I've already sold one that was bright green. I can't remember how much I sold it for, but I listed this one for $79 and a buyer offered me $60. I thought that was wonderful because I'd only paid $1 for it. So that made my net profit $47. I love having big profits, or bigger, you know, profits on items that are easy for me to source and store. So I just have the one brown salmon skin belt left. So we'll see how much that one goes for. Okay, the next item, oh, and I forgot to mention that Those belts I have had listed for a little while, so I didn't get that big, you know, sale overnight. It did take some time for the right buyer to come along. So the next item is this really gorgeous vintage, probably 1970s tooled leather purse. And it looks to be hand tooled and dyed. And I've said before that I like picking up these vintage tooled leather purses. The ones that are heavily distressed and worn and are kind of more like the, you know, crossbody or long shoulder strap ones, they don't tend to sell for as much as something like this. So this satchel I had listed for $85 and it was a full price sale. I had only had it listed for maybe a week or two. So the other distressed looking ones typically sell in the $30, sometimes $50 range for me. But these satchel type with the really nice quality tooling on them tend to sell more in the $70 to $90 range. So I had picked this up at the Goodwill for $6. And like I said, I sold it for $85. So after Posh fees, that made my net profit $59.32. I think that's great. So keep your eyes out for these tooled leather bags. And you can look at the sold comps in my closet or just on Poshmark. Just type in vintage tooled leather bag and look at sold comps, and then you can kind of get an idea of the ones that sell for better prices and the ones that don't. So I think they're all worth picking up for under $10. It just depends on what style you like to sell and what kind of profit margins you like to have. So the next item is this Michael Kors gold leather purse. It does have a shoulder strap that you can tuck in. Now I'm very picky with which Michael Kors pieces I pick up and how much I'll pay for them. So I don't like to pay more than $10 for Michael Kors, and I just try and be, I don't even know how to describe. I don't pick up the ones that are more basic, you know, like a basic tote or basic satchel bag that's all one color, unless it's like new or a really unique style. So I saw this at the Goodwill for $10 and it came with the dust bag. And since it was gold and kind of, you know, felt like a better quality piece, I decided to pick it up. I listed it for $69 and a buyer offered me $50. So I thought that was great. So I decided to accept. That made my net profit $30, which I'm happy with. You know, another thing that I'll mention about Michael Kors and why I don't pick it up is because I have had a few Michael Kors pieces of my own, and they do not stand the test of time. I am very gentle on my bags. I love handbags, and they always wear out, and the lining gets peely and the handles peel, and I just don't think that for the money they are worth the quality. So anyways, I don't know if you guys care about that, but that's why I think they don't have a good resale value. So that's why I mentioned it. That is all for today. Not very many sales, but some great profits. So I am happy about that. I will be back in a couple of days to share what else I sell. I'll see you then. I'm back to ship out my sales, and to be honest, it wasn't the greatest last couple of days, but I do have a couple of things to ship out, so I'm going to try and focus and be thankful for the items and the sales that I do have. I was out of town for 4 days and I didn't list anything, so this could be a ripple effect of that or the YouTube algorithm. Who knows? This business can be a roller coaster, so you just have to keep moving forward, listing new items and staying positive. So the first item that's sold is this pair of Keen river shoes. And I actually originally bought these for myself, but I didn't like the way that this toe thing feels on my foot for some reason. And I know a lot of people love these Keen shoes. They're not for me for some reason, and I am a very active camper and boater, you know, in and out of the boat in the river for fishing and hiking around and everything, and these just aren't for me. I prefer the Tevas. But I had picked them up and I had only paid $6 for them, and I listed them for $45, and it was a full price sale. We all love those full price sales, you know. It's I always try and list a little bit higher than what I expect to get, so when somebody buys something full price, that is a pleasant surprise. So after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, that made my net profit $31, which for something that I originally bought for myself that I didn't end up liking, I think that's awesome to make a profit on it. You know, those Keen sandals, some people say that they don't do well with them, but I tend to pick them up anyways because they typically sell in that $35 to $50 range, and my Goodwill prices them as sandals, so from $4.99 to $6.99. So I think I actually got these at a different thrift store and they were $5.95 there. But anyways, I would recommend that you pick them up, especially during the summertime, because there is good, decent profit margins to be made. So the next item is a Bolo tie. This one has faux turquoise and just silver tone metal. It's not actually sterling silver, and it's on a faux leather necklace, whatever you want to call it. Now, Bolo ties don't sell for a whole bunch for me unless they are, you know, genuine sterling silver with real stones. So I don't like to pay more than a couple dollars for them when I pick them up, because typically they sell realistically in the $15 to $40 range if they're not, you know, real silver. So this one I had listed for $39. I liked it a little bit better because of that faux turquoise. And honestly, I hope to get a little bit more for this, but because sales have been slow, I decided to accept this little bit lower offer to hopefully get some momentum going in my closet. So this buyer offer, he originally offered me like $15 or something, and I did we counter offered back and forth a couple times, and he came up to $22, which I decided to accept. I had paid $2 for it at an estate sale, and that made my net profit $15.60. That's kind of in line with the profit margin that I'll typically get for these, so I'm not going to complain too much. So that is all for today, and I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you are enjoying them, I would love it if you would subscribe and join our little family thrifting friendship circle. I've so loved chatting with you guys in the comments, and I'm just really thankful and humble for all the people I've met through this channel. Also, if you like this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, comment down below maybe what your favorite item was that sold or what you're enjoying about my channel. All of those are greatly appreciated, and they help encourage me and they help my channel grow. So I will see you next week. Thanks again for watching.